down with Pop, these niggas that's really side with the clan mother, and I know there's some too. They don't really never talk about Pop like this. They don't really teach Pop. They don't promote him. They don't really teach his books. They don't do none of that. They really got their own shit going on.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see that part.
Exactly.
And then I'm knowing why now. They said don't listen to Uma. These plain motherfuckers. Don't listen to Faze. They specific about that. Don't listen to Tyler Jet. So now I'm starting to fucking put it together. All these niggas is really the niggas that want Bible to stay in now. And they side with Dale Brown and motherfucking Patricia Lewis. I'm putting it together. And a lot of these niggas are being feminized. Because you can't say Lifeway, that goddamn picture we put up on that video didn't look.
Yo. Get my folks back on. Exactly. They just cut the shit. Every time me and your elder get on that bit, they cut it. They just fucking with niggas now, bro. Y'all send a lot of young elder, bro. I just sent it to him. Tell him come in there with him. We're gonna see how it work with this one. Yo, we're going. Now they just cut it. Here we're going in. That X marked the spot come out today though. Yo. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 11 books instead of 10 now. We 11 up. It's too much green for them to handle. Probably. There's some other shit going on. I'm gonna send it to him. I just got a message of confirmation yesterday too. From a source that ain't even involved. A source that don't got nothing to do with this shit. They from EFI. They came through with a confirmation. And when they came through that confirmation, shit went left. That's why I tell y'all keep walking. No matter who it is. What's going on? Me and Young Elder Poe be doing a show tonight too. The Long Lost Treasure. Straight up, what's going on? Yeah, S Mark the Spot, their new book. They're coming out. There's a few more things I gotta tidy up on there at the end. But I could drop that bit now, but nah, I gotta tidy up some shit. At the end, finish the end. I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all need to fix it and fix it. They cut on Young Elder live. I'm trying to get him back on here. Unless his phone died. Cause his audio and everything was clear till I got on there. Then they started destroying the shit. Yeah. Yeah, but I got a confirmation yesterday though. For one of the EFI homies. The Bobbers. Rise of the Alchemist. Operator error. He's scared when Faze joined. Now, I don't think he ended it because, like, I'm telling you, like, the audio started fucking up and everything when I got on there. I think either his phone died or they cut it. I don't think he doing no shit like that. I just started following you. I'm about to go get some green lights for my career now. Hey, right on time. You see, I'm always surrounded by it until we go blue. And then you're going to see blue everywhere. Did I drop the 11 book? Nah, it ain't out yet. It come out today, though. So if you send your donation in today, or if you already sent it, it's going to come to you. Yeah, they do be tapped in. For sure. I'm trying to get bro on here. See what's going on. They read you like a book. Who? What you talking about? Oh, no, I ain't getting no reading now. They just sent me a message. It came through my brother. The messenger came through. Facts, good luck. I see you today. I get what you're saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It's 11 book, a whole nother level. It like, that shit down there, a Bible. Yeah, he said he said give him a couple minutes to fix his phone. He just texted me. Something going on with his phone. But yeah, that 11 book, some other shit. See, I might be able to read some other shit from him. Nah, I can't read no shit from here. Cause all this shit is other level. But we might get on here and read it though. Five were wise, five were foolish. Talking about how I got ghostwriters. A lot of people don't know I got ghostwriters. I don't be writing on my shit. I got ghostwriters, but they not really ghostwriters. They etheric writers. You know what I'm saying? And they got my pen. If you get what I'm putting down. What else I put in there? I talk about my etheric writers or my ghostwriters. The willpower, obviously. Repenting, changing your mind. Accepting the journey of the seeker. Angel numbers. Making your children the collectible, the 144,000, teaching them philosophy, the different herbs, the truth behind meditation, the science behind it, the breakdown of it, the science fair analogy, what jewels are, the formula for power. I gave you a new word, the shalomim, the saying the peaceful ones or the ones who are at peace, which means they're at the center, they're centered. I gave you a new breakdown for neutrality. I gave you a breakdown for testimonial. The science of turning the key. Because I can't just give you, if I give you the key, that don't mean shit. You got to turn it. And then you find out you are the key, and your key is you in the center, like the key tab. I talk about hell. Let me see. I'll read that for a second. Let me see what I got. There's a question about you. What will you choose? Everybody has to choose. Will you be of the ones who align themselves with the GOAT called Samael, and he's called many names. He is they. They are many. They are many as in the many leaders, rappers, politicians, government officials, murderers, handlers, medical practitioners, etc. Oh, they are so many. There are plenty in the world to make it appear as though the way to go is the way of the world. This was and is to this day an orchestration of the so-called elite who walk in the footsteps of the prideful iblis before them. The way to go is not the way of the world. I can hear the cries of the souls near and far who knew not what was meant by hell. I want to speak to you briefly about hell. Many are there in hell. I am aware that people believe hell to be a place that the evildoers will be sent. Maybe I will shed a tear for their sadly mistaking so. They know not that the many of them, oh, let it be known that the amount of those who we are speaking of are the most of them, are already there. A tear falls for them. If hell was no concern, I would never speak on it, except I was allowed to go and visit the lower planes using my astral body, and I heard football fields worth of voices. There were screams of what sounded close to agony, but it was more like they were screaming to be heard, but they knew that they would not be heard. This would nonetheless be agonizing, I imagine. Belief is no key, from what I understand, when it comes to the freedom of the soul from these damned planes. I do not ask that you believe me. I do not intend to cause you to worry or to be full of fear regarding such planes of existence as hell. I do wonder, however, if you will be of the ones who were wise enough to not ignore the signs. It is easy to ignore. It is a challenge to pay attention. Pay attention. Are you on your way home? If so, then you know that this scroll is speaking directly to you. I have already accepted the fact that I may not always be speaking to everyone. Why am I speaking to anyone about any of this? They mostly think I am out of my mind. Would it not have been easier to just fake the funk and play along with the script of Babylon, the world of Set Shaitan? Why did Omari Shaman Hargrove, who is called Faise One, accept the walk of the righteous one? Oh, he is indeed the wise sailor, standing in the center of the ship and such a holy place to stand in. He has not lived without error, only error is not the end-all be-all. There is always room for redemption. Even the world called hell is more of a refinement place than a place of punishment. All who are willing can be redeemed. I share with you the story of the long-lost treasure. You might even say that it was misplaced rather than lost. I will explain that to you as we proceed. Remember, we all have the choice. We all have a chance, and we all have the ability to walk righteously or unrighteously. Who determines who or what is righteous? Is there anyone who has the first or the last say? When was the first and when is the last day? These are not riddles. These are real questions. When you hear me speak of God, I am doing so with true love and true expression of gratitude. Very true, I say to you who walk with me that there is never and never was a need to wink at me or to give me smirky looks of approval when I spoke up for the religious peoples. There is no plot or scheme or ploy. I am no finesser. I did tell you to keep watch for the finessers. Is it not interesting that you can see that the many of the so-called conscious community leaders and the so-called conscious leaders were called forth, and they all seem to have an issue with the master teacher, who was the most honorable Dr. Malachi York, peace be upon him? I tell you to be aware about anyone who has an issue with Malachi, not because I am some fanatical student of his, but because I have grown to realize that there is truly no one who can compare to him and his works. That alone is enough to step out and speak on his behalf. But the fact that the many of these wannabe teachers, preachers, and leaders have failed to allow for the truth, that truth to be known, shows me that these people are all devils, and they do not care about this whole movement of raising souls. They could care more or they could care less. They do not care. I was literally taught to care by the master teacher. He told those who were willing to listen to learn to care. I did just that. I do not understand why so many turned their back on him. I do not understand why so many used his name to get followers. I do not understand why so many used his information and style of teaching to play his character as if they were auditioning for a role that has already been filled. I tell you to be aware about anyone who is unable to stand on truth. People have seen me stand tall during all tests of times, and I moved righteously, and I spoke the truth. I do not say I have made no mistakes. That is not what is meant by being righteous. Yet I stood on truth, and I did not forget who the master was and is to this very day. And I told the world his name, bathed clean, and that he would be home. Only those devils who didn't have the hearts of truth, which are the hearts of purity, dreaded his return. They are 100% aware of the fact that Pa Nabab Yanun Kawun Pa Sawab, the master teacher, is the truth. They dreaded his return because his return would mean the end of all the lies. They, these deceiving jinn, feared this day, but it has come. And X marks the spot. All with eyes, let them see. All with ears, let them hear. I kept saying to all, remember, and there have been devils who have gone out into the world that wanted everyone to forget. Characters such as the one who calls himself Lifewave, whose real name is Manasseh, have caused people to drift away and forget. I was taught to always pay attention to the names of the beings I encounter in this life. Tones are no accident. There is no coincidence that his name, Manasseh, literally means to forget or to cause others to forget. Go look it up. These deceivers have been doing their jobs. Why, when he was given the opportunity to clear it up, did the jinn, who is called 19 Keys, decide to deny the master teacher? Because I was letting it be known who Dr. York is, and that no one wanted to let it be known. 19 Keys, who was Jabril Muhammad, made a public post stating that we did not need master teachers, that we needed master builders. Is this not the same man who has people echoing that we don't need leaders and that people need to lead themselves? Does this man not realize that his statements are oxymorons? And I told you, receipts. Mr. Receipt Man, that's me. Right? Where he said what? This isn't an age of master teachers. It's the age of master builders. It's not about who has the most followers. It's about it's about you can help the most leaders. And it's not about building something fast, but having something last and stand the test of times. He only made this post because I was screaming about who the master teacher is. So he came out and said, this isn't an age of master teachers. It's the age of master builders. But he's mistaken because Malachi York is both the master teacher and the master builder. And all we asking is for this person to show forth anything that amounts nearly to the works of Dr. Malachi York to say that we don't need the master teacher. You understand? When they haven't built shit to this day. Are you with me? I'm telling y'all something. I ain't going for none of that shit. I don't give a fuck who nobody is. First off, Dr. Malachi York is both the master teacher and the master builder. Someone please ask 19 Keys to show where he has produced anything even close to the works of Tamaray in Putnam County, Edenton, Georgia. This man says we don't need master teachers only to disrespect Dr. York. If I were to step forth and speak on behalf of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace be upon him, there would be absolutely no statements of contention spewing forth from 19 Keys. This is why I tell you that he is indeed, hold on, y'all. This is why I tell you that he is indeed, make sure I ain't move this shit. I did move it. This is why I tell you that he is indeed a deceiver. He is a kafir. The kafir knows the truth but does not speak the truth. He instead chooses to conceal it. This is why he goes around with intentions of finding other young men to place upon their foreheads the mark of Halal, which is the crescent moon, and Halal is the beast, on their foreheads. The deceiver, Dajjal, was foretold to be coming forth with the mark of the kafir on his face, on his forehead, or between his eyes. The word kafir sounds like the word cover, phonetically, which means to hide or to conceal. The word Hilal or Halal literally means crescent moon in Arabic, and Baphomet, who is the beast, does appear as Halal with crescent moons in his images. As Masons, when we became travelers, we were sworn under oath and obligation to safeguard the secrets. We were told to repeat, as I have taught you before, that we will always have and that we will always conceal and never reveal any of the hidden mysteries of Freemasonry. Oh, let it be known that the word hell comes from the word helan, meaning to hide or conceal. The kafirun, plural kafir, do conceal, and they teach others to do the same. This is the day of the sun cycle. Why is 19 Keys still wearing the sign of the moon, called Yamaya, which is to say, oh, Maya? Does he not know that Maya means illusion? He does know. The kafir knows. The kafir chooses not to allow for it to be known what he knows, which is the truth. You can even find the crescent associated with the kafir, the servant of the beast, by decoding the Arabic abbreviation of the word kafir, which is KFR, using the numerological equivocal values of the letters. K equals 11, F equals 6, R equals 18. 11, 6, 18, 35. Take a look at this symbol. What number comes to mind? You have what? I'm going to show you the symbol. It's the Ganesha. Huh? Okay, it's all right. You see that? The Ganesha symbol. Okay? I said, what number comes to mind when you're looking at that? Right? Obviously, it'll be the 35. Okay? I said, unless you were taught by me to identify the 1 in the Ganesha symbol, you would have otherwise seen the number 35. The swoop or the crescent above the 35 is called the Maya, which is the symbol of illusion. And everything under that symbol is the realm of illusion, which is the realm of deception. And yes, Hilal, who is the great dragon, has deceived the whole world. Do you see how Kafir adds up to the same exact symbol of illusion and deception and overcoming it only by rising above the crescent? Also pay attention to the fact that the word Dajjal, which means liar or deceiver, does have 6 letters, the number of the beast. The word kafir shortened is actually an Arabic letter, kaf, which is K-A-F or Q-A-F. Here is an image of the kaf. All right, I told y'all this is a scroll. Here is an image of the kaf. I said, watch closely at what happens when we rotate this image 90 degrees. What number is that? I said, even if you try to, you can't unsee it. That is the number 19, and it just so happens to look exactly like the symbol that 19 Keys wears on his forehead. The symbol of the star and the crescent moon. Here is that symbol and the kaf next to each other for reference purposes. You see it? You can't unsee it. And it's literally a 19. Right? I said actual 19 Keys, Hilal crown. You cannot unsee it. The kafir not only wears, but he also does promote and spread the symbol of illusion and confusion. He also does promote openly the concealing of truths, receipts. Knowledge has always been hidden and has never been freely given to society so people can be controlled through ignorance. Now knowledge is freely given because people are too fearful or demoralized to do anything with it. Remember? Because I was saying we need to come out and reveal the sacreds. Then he came out and was like, we got to hide it, and anybody who ain't hiding is afraid. You know what I mean? Listen, actual 19 Keys tweet. All who are of the true light do not follow the Kafirun. That is a mistake. Think about how many feel as though these beings are somehow, some way involved in the ascension process. They are not. All right. I say, is that not becoming more and more evident by the hour? I said, they have not built anything, truthfully, yet they attack and disrespect and disregard the one who has. Why? If we are all one family, as Dr. York taught, then why do they seek to keep his face out of the family picture? They are of their father, the devil. That is the answer. They are not a part of the family that Malachi is speaking about, and it does show with all of their lust that they do, the deceivers. As I have taught many times before, do not be deceived. We have come too far. Up the mountain we go, the orators of this world. It is that time again to sing the song of truth. Be pure. Activate that the shooter. This will seem as if it is a new song, but very true, I tell you. This song has been around for quite a while. It is not new, only apparently new, because this world has not seen it in its pristine prime purity. Now they will. Have you been keeping your eyes to the skies lately? If you have, you may have noticed there have been many planes or jets going around spraying X's in the sky all over the U.S. The key here is X marks the spot. Twitter developed a new name, X. The old name, Twitter, was put in place to signify the chirping of the birds or the bird song. I put the Twitter, the old blue bird. Do make and take note of the fact that the word Twitter is only a few letters extensive of the word twit, which is to denote a silly or foolish person. And when the letters T-E-R are added on to twit, you are saying in tone that one has been fooled 3 times, as T-E-R is a word that means thrice, 3 times. Can't you see the games that are played? How does the old saying go? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me thrice, shame on both of us. All right? This is only a crafty way to express the idea that if you continue to allow a person or people to trick you, you have no one to blame but yourself. Remember, it was written in the Holy Quran that human beings would not even be able to blame the biggest trickster ever, who is the greatest of all times when it comes to deception and illusion. Iblis, Satan, the devil. And keep in mind that greatest of all time is to say goat. Okay? Quran chapter 14 verse 22. And Shaitan will say to his followers after the judgment has been passed, indeed, Allah has made you a true promise. I too made you a promise, but I failed you. I did not have any authority over you. I called you and you responded to me. So do not blame me. Blame yourselves. I cannot save you, nor can you save me. Indeed, I denounce your previous association of me with Allah and loyalty. Surely the wrongdoers will suffer a painful punishment. I did indeed let it be known on multiple occasions that the same games would be played in the year 2024. And that game is still charged with the great tools of deception. Only those who have allowed the true light to rule in their lives will be able to see beyond the falsehood. I'm going to read that again. Only those who have allowed the true light to rule in their lives will be allowed to see beyond the falsehood. Everybody else, these people will be deceived. They still not going to catch it. All right? Throughout the year 2023 and coming into the year 2024, I have been seen wearing a black skull cap with the words "Defy Gravity" embroidered in it on the front in green letters. I wonder if people who looked on and beheld this clue have asked themselves why I chose to wear that hat at that moment in time. If they went back and pulled up the music video to my song called Money Change, they would see me wearing that same hat. If they watched on, they would see me get on an elevator and press the button for floor number 9. They may also notice that the light I'm surrounded by in that elevator is actually blue, not green. Roughly a month after that song and video was released, I informed the people that they should prepare for the green light movement by going out and getting green lights, all right, the bulbs, LEDs, etc., to place in their homes. Then came the science of the green light, teaching in November. Okay, I'll put that on with the brother Young Elder. I said all of this is divinely calculated. The month of November is supposed to be the 9th month, not September. The word September streams from the Latin word septum, which actually means 7. The original seventh month of the Roman year was 7, according to the ancient Roman calendar that consisted of only 10 months and didn't begin with January, but it instead began with March. Without the insertion of the men called Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar into the calendar, which is where the names for the months July and August came from, there would never have been 12 months in the Roman year. Nevertheless, September was not originally intended to be the 7th month of the year, just as the 9th, that's what it's supposed to be, the 9th month of the year. Just as this is true for September, that even linguistically and etymologically speaking, hold on, I capitalized that G. The months are out of order. The month of November was supposed to be the 9th month, as the word November comes from, novum, means 9. All right? And so, truthfully speaking, in the 9th month of the 7th year, I announce and declare that the green light movement had finally come, or returned rather. This would mean that we would be those who were willing enough, in accordance with their own will, able to stand on and end that heart point. Okay, so as you can see, I'm breaking it down. I go into sonoluminescence. This is the 11th book, by the way. Sonoluminescence, we got greenhouse effect. I break down the greenhouse effect and how putting that light in your house actually turn your house green, which is a greenhouse effect, which meant we were speeding up, which is warming up, just like the greenhouse effect. I broke down the Rosicrucian science of the torchbearer, the holy temple, speaking about the magnum opus again, the kitab, the center, super science of the X marks the spot, reading the realm, changing the world, what my name, Omari Highborn, means, of being from or off or from, the conductor, the train traveler, Harry and Jim, are you off or from? Cloning, I talk about cloning in there. Imagination, the simplest science of cloning, the foundational science of cloning, reproduction, how human beings were born or crafted with a reproduction or cloning facility inside of their reproductive organs, artificial intelligence, cloning. They cloned Tyrone. I speak about that. Letter to Lil Baby. I go in on the letter to Lil Baby, the letter to Sexy Red, the letter to 21 Savage. More about the X marks the spot, overstanding the bird's eye view of the pyramid science, the elevator science. And I go into the story of Hamada, an old place that is undescribed, and the story of the long lost treasure. I'm going to be speaking about that more with the brother Young Elder if we go on live tonight. It's planned to, but sometimes we don't wind up going. But that's the plan. What else? Yeah. The science of the way, W-A-Y. Who are you plus what are you equals why are you? Yeah, talking about my love for the people, which are y'all. Messages coming through beyond me. Yeah. There's a whole lot of sciences in here. Teach the children how to access bliss in their center. We go into physics. Yeah, so the 11th book is coming today. I don't see why it wouldn't be out today. All right, so if you send a donation, send your email, you should be able to get that book with all the other 10 books, too. I'm going to be sending all 11 books. Or Mrs. Faise will be sending them. All right, boom. So I'm about to send it live to Young Elder. Is he still live? See if he's still live for me real quick. Yeah, I said, who are you plus what are you equals why are you? You know what I mean? Remember the 7 W's. How do you become wise? You got to figure out the science of the wise, right? Meaning the wise, W-H-Y-S. That's how you become wise. And the wisdom of the ones who have not received that, who think that they're wise, is going to perish. And that's the day and time we in now. I gave you your 7 W's, which is a key, because 7 W's means why is the G there. Okay, because 7 is that G, the 7th letter, the G. And I told you why the G is there. The G is an arrow pointing to the center. Okay, just draw it. Draw a capital G and you're going to see an arrow pointing to the center of a circle. You with me? And you flip the G and you'll understand about the 9th hour science. I'm giving y'all stuff that, listen, once you get this shit, it's going to apply to so many things in your life. You're going to understand so many more things. How do I get tutoring? I do phone calls. I haven't been doing a lot of them lately. I stopped it for a while, but I do phone calls. I have been doing them for the fundraiser. If you want to book a call, you can send $50 to that cash out with your phone number. And it's an hour phone call. You can ask whatever, talk about whatever. Some people get on and talk to me. Some people want to speak to me and just speak and get things off their chest, right? Or some people call and ask me for reading. Some people call and ask me to look into certain things, or they want questions answered about certain things. You know what I mean? Or my opinion or advice. All different types of conversation. If I can answer it, I'm going to answer it. We can have the conversation. We can have it. If I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the ways you can do that. That's a bet, Will. Yeah, you just hit the cash out, send 50, and send your phone number. Put your phone number where it be like what you sending it for. That way I know to go ahead and just text you. You feel what I'm saying? And then we just set up a phone call. But that was up. Can you talk about You Cannot Die? I did a class called You Cannot Die. We do got to start putting titles on the lives so that when people want those lives, I can just send them directly to the lives. I did a class on that. But I'm trying to see what's going on. Is he live still or he not? I was asking you to go look for me real quick. Can one of y'all please look and see if Young Elder live?
They said that he was.
Y'all tag Young Elder, bro. Send him to live. See if we can get him in here. It's all that, bro. Yes, but see, y'all, somebody tell him to get on my live, because we just went on that one and it cut off. As soon as I get on there, the sound start messing up. See, he can come on this one. Matter of fact, I'm going to just go over there. Let's go over there real quick, y'all.
IU to get in on this. So they put Damien in the cell with IU for whole nights, 2-3 nights, trying to convince him Damien, IU would never budge. IU said, man, fuck that. You gonna work with these motherfuckers, man? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, my nigga? I'm taking my leg. I ain't never going, coming out doing nothing against my dad. So then Damien Pryor couldn't convince IU. They ended up taking Damien out the cell, and they let some niggas in on IU to beat him down and pretty much beat him to death, because IU can't live with Damien Pryor cover get blown. Because soon Damien Pryor would have got out going to do his dirt. IU would have called home and said, hey man, this nigga Damien Pryor working for the motherfucking feds, and they would have blew his whole cover. So they had to get rid of IU before they let Damien Pryor out. And you don't get out the feds that easy. When the feds catch you, the killer clowns, that's who the killer clowns are, right? When the killer clowns catch you, hold on, let me see who is that Faise. See, he go ready for the killer clowns.
Yo.
Hey, what up, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all put it together, man. IU, what happened to IU? So IU told them they could take that deal and stick it up their ass. Damien Pryor took the deal, but they couldn't let Damien out with IU still living, because IU would have called home and said Damien Pryor working for the feds, and that would have blew his whole cover, right? He had a deep cover to fucking work his way to the top. That's what these motherfuckers do. Work his way to the top so he can get control of a certain position, so that they can utilize him to cut off all avenues that we had as far as the diplomatic side and the sovereignty side. He was supposed to sabotage that. That was the whole game. But like I say, we don't touch your soul, Damien Pryor, because we know you know something about what happened to IU, and we know that they couldn't let IU live because he would have fucking blew your cover. The name ain't so well. That's a fucking FBI shit. And then, like I say, you study these motherfucking clowns when you work for them, right? What they would do is promise you a different identity. You know what I'm saying? They probably would put you on a payroll for a while. Until they say, you know what, fuck you, they really don't give a fuck about you. You just use as a pawn to get to what the big fish, what they refer to as Baba as the big fish. Hey, Faise, hey, you still on Faise?
Yeah, I'm right
Hey, cut
here.
off. Oh shit, damn. I don't see you. Hey, yeah. So I'm leading up to this. This is what I really want to talk to you about. About I see why the niggas that you after them all starting to fucking come clicking. I was on the outside looking in. I'm not knowing what the fuck's going on until I'm getting down here and seeing, looking around. And I noticed one thing about these niggas. Life Wave and the rest of them. Crew that he run with. His little crew, this whole little crew. Haters, Drip Guard, all y'all niggas, man. I know what y'all niggas about now. Cause I pulled up on y'all when y'all opened up your fucking they opened up their little store over there in fucking Covington. And I pulled up on them to show them some love, videotape, show they grand opening and shit. The motherfuckers made me stand outside for 2 hours, being my security. And they looking at us on the camera. And then they walking out the back door. Katie Drew Guard, and they walking out the back door seeing me out there. So I'm like, man, that's how them niggas doing it. So I ended up, it was like 2 hours that went by almost. We standing out there, nigga. I was cleaning this book. Then I got back in the car, said like 20 minutes, like, damn, these niggas still ain't letting us in. So we ended up leaving. I ended up coming back again without my security guard, but I was scrapped in that bitch. I had two pieces on me. Them niggas stopped while he saw that I was scrapped. I had you could see my clip in my pocket. So I just took that for a little while, but I felt funny how them niggas was walking around, moving around. But I ain't put it together then. I ain't put it together that these niggas in with the clan. And that's why they don't really promote pops. I don't really never hear these niggas talk about pop books. And when you do mention those books, they say, oh, those books are outdated. That's what they say. These niggas. I'm going to put it all together. The new pot to rock is the new shit. And the shit at the bottom got kidnapped by the clan. That's the new shit, and the old shit is outdated. That's all incorrect information. You mean tell me the motherfucking let's set the record straight ain't actual fact? Nigga, anybody that tell you that the let's set the record straight is not actual fact is on motherfucking crack. You hear what I'm telling you? Yeah, so, the let's set the record straight is the coldest book. One of them is the one that Baba ever put out to fucking tell you motherfuckers who y'all are. The Killer Clowns, they hate Baba because of that book. That's one book they hate him about.
Only one who I would see. I used to see. I used to see. And I don't really fuck with them niggas no more. Like, cause like the only reason why I had to stop fucking with K, cause like he had got wrong with me. Cause they had did the they were supposed to be doing the that wasn't until September last year. They were supposed to be doing the opening for the Divine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, the Divine Health Center, whatever they called it.
Yeah, right.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's who. Since the name coming up, that's who Lifeway or Manessa tried to go through to get me to do business with him about that store. Cause Lifeway, no, I don't fuck with him. So he tried to use K and went through K because he seen me fucking with K. Cause K was doing like the clothing and shit. Yeah. So you seen me, you can see that when you first see me come on your show for the first time.
Yeah,
right. I had on, you know what I'm saying?
Me too.
K was fucking with me with that.
He gave us that same day. Remember, he gave us that shit that same day we was out there.
Yeah, and he ain't even charge me for that. Like he was just fucking with a nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? He was looking out.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And he was the same one who had gave me the guard. When it was time for me to come through for the what you call it, the Savior Day event.
Yeah.
He the same one who gave me the guard. So boom. So he seen me fucking with K, and he like, okay, maybe I could get in through K, so that Faise got a following now. He got a big following. Right. Maybe I could finesse this nigga on some peace and love and light shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was K caught me on the phone, but the nigga Lightweight either got on three-way or he was over there, right? And he like, yo, Lightweight want to talk to him. I'm like, okay, only because it's coming through him. I'm like, all right, what's up? What's happening? He like, bro, come on, Zamar, we gotta stick together, good dad. I don't want it to be no negativity. Whoop the woo. I want to work with you. I just got started this business, got this store. You know what I mean? I said, after he said all that, I said, yo, let me ask you a question. I said, do 5D call himself in to show up to the Savior Day? Right? He was like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? I said, 5D can't come. He said, here you go, Faise. I said, no, I'm letting you know that.
Yeah.
He can't come. He can't be nowhere near the tribe. Simple. I don't know what y'all had going on in Rockbridge. 5D can't come. Now, they can try to kick it, but K said out his mouth. He said, nigga, I've been to prison. He said, 5D an agent.
Right.
He said, bro, he said he just moved like one. So he might try to kick it, but again, the only reason why I was still fucking with K because he maintained some type of neutrality.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
I don't mind a nigga still. Listen, you don't got to stop fucking with a nigga just nigga.
Right.
But the moment you if you lean a little bit, I'm a, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, okay, I can't fuck with that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So boom,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It became, they were about to do the opening on September 9th of last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and, yeah, and I basically hit up K. I was like, yo, I said, okay, I'm gonna be pulling up for the opening. Cause he was telling me about it and shit. I said, I'm gonna come through. I said, let me know everything I need to know. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how the program gonna run down, everything. Yeah. Just so I can know what I'm gonna be there for, what I'm not gonna be there for. Cause I'm not finna, I don't be in the public spaces a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was like, he jumped past all that shit. He was like, what'd he say? He was like, yeah, he said, yo, you can come through. He said, but if you finna come up here on all that drama with Lifeway, he said, then he said, nah, don't come up here with all that drama with Lifeway. He said, if that's what you finna be on, then don't come. I said, whoa. So I text him, I said, what? That's who I had text. I had never said the name. But that's who I was like, I said, what? And then ... And that's the last he heard from me. Because he seen me come to the events. And I ain't never get on no bullies. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be on no bullshit, but they there just in case a nigga finna try to be on bullshit.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because me by myself, I can handle some shit, but them niggas finna make sure it's surely handled. You feel me? So that was the same thing when nigga was like, I ain't want no problem with 5D. When we showed up, the nigga 5D seen us coming and turned and looked at a bush. Nigga, I promise you. He was standing, his nigga tall as fuck. Nigga standing in front of a bush, looking at a bush. He would not move. Boy was paralyzed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't even mean no niggas no harm. We didn't mean no niggas no harm. They just there because niggas trying to talk shit. And we gonna still show up to support the event. But ain't no setting up, ain't none of that. And them niggas who we seen, them ain't the only motherfuckers. It's always niggas in perimeter. It's always niggas clearly close anywhere I go. So the bottom line or the top line was this. When he said that, then I was like, okay. I was like, what? I put what? Then ... And that was the last thing he ever heard from me. That when I stopped fucking with him. But then I started realizing this shit. Okay, if I done told you a million times, I don't got no problem with you. You feel what I'm saying? My issue with this nigga Manessa, I don't got no problem with you. Why the fuck niggas gonna get on some bullshit talking about some, you know what I mean? That's what you finna be on, then don't come. Oh, he talked to the wrong one like that. So then he got grouped the same that I told the Sunrise. I'm like, bro, I don't have no issue with you. But it's a certain way you could be neutral without being, you know what I'm saying, swaying over here, swaying over there. When your ass get to swaying over there, then you get to be grouped in with them niggas. So any nigga got a problem, guess what? You inherited a problem. Niggas don't understand. I roll on principle. I ain't never do Sunrise no type of way. Matter of fact, anytime them stories came up, I said Sunrise stayed out of it. I said he didn't do shit, but he was just on shrooms. That nigga was just on a trip. He ain't even get involved in this shit. But then niggas want to giggle and cackle and shit and ha and kiki with niggas, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to gossip. And that's speaking of gossip, bro, I gotta say this, bro, because this shit really did fuck a nigga up, right? I gotta say this shit just to put it on record. I got on the phone yesterday. I was talking to Tabitha Jet, right? Crazy enough, right when you had got out the phone with me, when you remember you called me, you were like, hey, Faise, I need you to send this video to Uma. Remember that? Right? And you were telling me what them niggas had been saying to Uma. Right? Yo, on my whole soul, right? 15 seconds after we got off the phone, who called me? Uma. 15 seconds after we got off the phone, she called me. And she was telling me what the niggas was saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about you had took the video down, shit like that. I said, no. I said, look, I just got off the phone with Young Elder. He just told me, send you, he the one told me send you the video. You know what I'm saying? So if it was some shit like that where he didn't want you to have it, he wouldn't have called me and said that. I said, you gotta watch, right? I said, cause you spiritual. I gotta talk to niggas on, or she ain't a nigga, but I gotta talk to people on this level, right? It don't matter who it is, cause you like it's some niggas who they from the streets. They not even on some, okay, that don't matter. Agent Smith can take anybody for him. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Get in,
Right.
say some shit, and then dip out. Next thing you know, you side-eyeing your brother, or you side-eyeing your sister, or you side-eyeing somebody who could be a part of this shit, but they done put out a shadow of doubt, and now you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I said, no, I said, you can't let that happen. I said, even if you know them niggas, you can't let that happen because they don't know shit about what's going on. Even if they think they got your best interest at heart and they trying to warn you. I said, what they putting in is seeds of doubt. I said, I just talked to young elder.
Yep.
That's not the case. He said, he sent me all the pictures that YouTube sent him.
Yep.
He sent me the shit, the rundown that they sent him about how they were harassing and the cyberbullying and yeah. You with me? So,
yep.
Okay, boom. So I'm talking to you, Uma, and Taba Jet. I just was saying to Mrs. Faise.
They trying to turn all of us against each other because they know we on the
head. They did, exactly.
Yeah.
I said, yo, them motherfuckers see what's happening. I said, it's 4 power players that done the line. I wasn't just talking to Mrs. Faise, but I talked to my Umi about this shit too. I said, it's 4 major power players that's aligning. And they know that if 4 people can move like that, right? Same thing the Christians say. When 3 people, 2 or more people come in the name of God, that shit gonna get done. I said they gonna do everything in their power to make sure it's anything that causes us to be at odds, right? Yep. So what was I saying to you? We had a whole conversation, yes or no, about me trying to be that you and Taba Jet could work together, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Yes or no? Did you tell me that you would love to work with Taba Jet?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, cool. Yes or no? Did you tell me about the nigga named Bond? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bond.
Okay, speak about that real quick before I go into the next
part. Taba Jet, we had got a video. Somebody posted a video online where she was talking about the witchcraft shit, where they was doing all the rituals on Baba, throwing the shit in the casket and all that, right? So we like, damn, this girl on their ass. We got to support her, right? So we started supporting her, but then it said like she got this disappeared, right? So I called one of my ancestors that live in Atlanta, and I was like, hey man, can you find out what happened to this girl? Because we want to make sure she's getting the funds and shit. We don't want to keep sending the funds, and we don't know if she's getting it, right? So he called around, and one of the persons he contacted was Bun, Anthony Evans, the nigga that's named all over the land deed, and he had to sign out front of the property, right? He told, and I quote, and I'm gonna get the nigga, I'm gonna get my nigga on the phone, and he gonna vouch and say that's what that nigga said. My brother Marcus, this nigga said they took the sisters out. Now it ain't done on me to work like when you actually say, damn, who is they? When you say who is they, right? That ain't done on me till later. Like who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is he know that they? Right? So I'm saying, damn, is they the fucking clan mother? Is they the fucking clan? That's the motherfucker she going after. If that is they the mother, I'm thinking that some kind of way all these motherfuckers that got their name on that land is connected. From the land in Shady Dale Road, from 717 Bushwick Avenue. Not to mention all the Baba had 2 or 3 blocks sold up. He had pizza joints, bowling alleys, recording studio, restaurants, like living areas. So it was more that YF partnership. It was a multi-million dollar company, right? Or partnership, right? So this shit is big. It's about money and it's about greed. It's a whole bunch of shit. But Bond is the one that told us they took Taba Jet out. Now I gotta think to myself, why in the fuck would he tell us this? Or maybe he thought that they completed their mission or something, right? So what you talking about with your Omi when they raided the land? This nigga just sit there and ate peanuts while his daughter was on the fucking news on the land. His daughter was on. He seen his daughter on the fucking screen, and he didn't even fucking blink. Show no kind of concern. So it's got to make me wonder now. Then he was right there close to Baba. Baba said, "Watch the nigga watch the nigga that was close to me." Bond, I think, was number 2 man in the shrine in Baba's shrine order, right up next to him, right under the grand potentate. So, like I said, Bond, if you watching, and Baba passed you some secret, a part of the order, and you supposed to hold that shit. I think now it's time to tell us what the fuck he told you, because it's been 22 years almost. Yeah. And you leaving us hanging right now. Because it's some fucking secrets that y'all supposed to keep under the sword. Now it's time to reveal that shit, whatever he told you. Because the shit ain't looking good. When you told us about Taba Jet and